promise this is going to be a weird, very, very weird talk. This is all I can promise. I guess you've never seen a midwife at a stage at GitHub. And that's what I do. I'm a tech midwife. What I do is that I help people I work with deliver what they're great about. I help them deliver the passion. I help them deliver something beautiful, safe, and healthy. So I'm Charline Grenet. I'm head of the digital communities and communication at ENGIE Digital. And what I can tell you is that I've never opened a repo on GitHub. Never did. I never touched a line of code ever in my life. I knew nothing about API data, Alexa, this, that, 2 years ago. I knew nothing about this. So I told you that I work for this company, ENGIE, not sure you know what it is. It's a company, a French company that helps the planet to be greener. We did not always do that. We were part of the problem back then, but now we're trying to be part of the solution. At ENGIE Digital, we help the group provide software, digital software that will help us towards zero carbon transition. So this is what we do pretty much. And we do smart cities, we do smart home, we do wind and solar monitoring. And what I can tell you is that when I got there 2 years ago in Paris, I was in Bangkok. I was working for the Asia Pacific region, and they told me, "Oh, Charline, please, take this job of community manager." And I was like, "Yeah, cool. I'm going to do some communication about great people. I will learn about, the IT stuff. I will." And when I got there, what happened is my former boss told me, he said, "You're not going to do really community management. You're not going to have social media. You're not going to do this." It's like, damn, I signed that contract already. But he told me, what you're going to have to do is help the ENGIE Digital factory work. Meaning, you will help business people on one side and tech people on the other side to work together. Because they don't know how. Okay. So it looked pretty much like this to me. It looked pretty much like the Battle of the Bastards. This guy was, digital team could be anyone, an API guy, data, designers, architect. And it pretty much looked like this. Is this guy on his own, or girl, this guy on his own with a great tool. He has a wonderful, how do you call this? Sword, thank you. Great one, could kill a dragon with it, but doesn't know yet. And the other guy, business and management, rushing to this guy all alone. And to me, it was quite impressive to see this. I had no idea of what a digital factory should be about. I didn't know much, and actually not knowing much about tech helped me seeing this. Because I didn't have a side then. I guess I had to choose at one point, but I come from a company, and I do believe that it could happen to you too, is that you have this digital guy on one side. He has no idea what the product should look like. He has no idea what the strategy is going to take him. He just knows that at one point, business and management will rush to him and say, "Help me deliver now." To me, it doesn't sound either fair and smart either. So what we did pretty much is, what I looked at is this really sad, Muppet. It was really, really sad to look at them. I worked with them, actually. I was on the same floor for whatever reason, but I just liked them. I just liked the tech people and the tech team. And I saw this guy rushing into them and help me deliver. It just got messy. And what I noticed is that the tech team felt really disengaged. within the life of the company. They felt really set aside when we looked at the strategy, the product strategy. And at one point, what happened is that they didn't carry the brand outside of the company. They didn't carry what we were great at. They were just waiting to be pretty much hammered by business and top management. So what I had to do, and I believe that it was the best decision we ever made, is turn this sad little muppet into fierce dragon. This is a non-spoiler alert, Ginger Man, because there's someone behind it, and if you haven't looked at the last season, I don't want you to be spoiled. So here it is. So I wanted just to turn these people into beautiful dragon, fierce, that could be the face of the strategy of ENGIE Digital. That was my goal. I had no management back then. Long story short, we had no management for a little while. So let's try it. So that's what we did. What I had to do is pretty much to tell them that it was okay to talk about what they did, that it was okay to stand up to management, to stand up to business people and say, you're doing this wrong, or you should do this, or let me tell you this. So this is what my job was all about. So it took a little time, just making sure that I understood what they were doing already, that I understood what could be beneficial to the company, what could be beneficial to us being a software company. It took me a while, but they didn't felt comfortable, taking a seat at the table. And also, I want to tell you this is a French company, so we're not really used to, taking the mic. French culture is really much like that. And on my side, they didn't feel comfortable, but on the other side, business people were just, going their own way. Most of the time, they did not even come to us, to the tech teams. They would go to external agencies. It felt terrible, to see this, as you had capable experts on ground that were not being involved into the strategy and the product. So it felt really wrong. So we had to do something. And my goal was to onboard these people, turn them into dragons, and I had to tell them something is, and we talked about this a whole lot. You guys have an expertise, but you are missing half of your job there. You're missing communication about what you do best. Communication that word to them felt either wrong or annoying or fake. Most of the time that was true. This is how corporate communication work into either big groups as this company, as ENGIE Digital or ENGIE. I had to tell them, and it was my job to do so, to tell them, listen, you're doing great, but 50% of your job, you're missing out. You're missing out because nobody knows what you're doing. We look as a black box. They don't know about you, they don't know what you do, and they're not gonna come back to you. You just can't sit and wait for them to come to you. It's not possible anymore. So it took a little time. It's what we call change management. But it's what I call one-on-one and trust, and making them comfortable enough to trust me. I didn't want them to feel embarrassed or feel awkward. It was just an opportunity for them to show what they are doing at best. So I'm going to show you one example that I have, and it's about the tooling team. Jean-Hervé is in the room right now. I don't know, where is he? He's right here. And I worked with him and people from his team to say, listen, we're going to look at your problems, and we're going to try to find a solution. Because, again, doing great work is not enough. So let's take a look at the tooling team's problem. Pretty much, it looked like this. Don't focus on this one. It looked to me, when Jean-Hervé was telling me about this, that we had a wonderful tooling suite. It was like a beautiful tech Corvette that did not go out of the garage much, you know? It's really strong, it's beautiful, it's doing the work, but no one's really much on it yet. No one's understand how it works. And on top of that, we work with great people, but we're not there yet. Adoption is low. Also, the ENGIE group is scattered. I was in this region back then, Asia Pacific. We go up to North America, South America, China, and everyone has his little world, his little local IT, his little local digital strategy. Everybody's doing something on its own. And when you want to be a software company, and when you want to do something better, when you want to industrialize, when you want to scale up, you can't have like 1,000 projects doing the little life on their own. You have to find a way, first, find a tool that will help you share and collaborate, but then have the right mindset to it. So here, different culture, didn't feel like sharing much. Everyone's doing his thing on his own. Ownership of the code as well was an issue. And there's also the stress to be reviewed. Like peer review was not something that was in the game yet. So we had to help them on this. So problem, the world is scattered. Also, no one knows about us. We have no candidates that are knocking at the door saying, I want to work for you because I believe that ENGIE Digital is great. So really having an issue with employee branding. It's really hard to show. How can you be differentiating when you have a great tool, but again, not enough to be different from Google, Facebook, whatever? How can you show your own DNA, your own personality? So again, third problem, we're not visible, we're not attractive. So what I tried to do with the team is not spend a lot of time on the tool, but spend much more time on the people. And people, I mean, we have fantastic, passion-driven people at ENGIE Digital, and we have fun. We have a lot of fun. And sometimes they get out of costume just to do something else. You know, they're actually having fun with the passion, but I'll tell you more about this. My work was they are my first resource. They are my first topic. This is what I do. This is what I tend to do. They're the first audiences. They're my first client. They are my everything because I don't know much about the tool. And again, adoption on the tool, not always easy. So let's focus on them. What we did is say, okay, we have a couple fields of expertise. We understand that the business has needs. So what I had to do is listen to business outside of ENGIE Digital, saying, hey, what does your strategy look like? What kind of experts are you missing? And on the other side, I had to say to these guys, business is waiting for you to help them with the strategy. So what we did is we launched a tribe activity. It started out at first with a visual identity, and we had fun with it. We really did, because again, you're looking at someone that works, and I'm not even exaggerating. It was like Mr. Robot there. I mean, it was like Mr. Robot on his own. You know, it was such a gloomy, gloomy floor we worked on. It felt miserable a little bit. So we had to give them an identity, give them a face, and give them a way to collaborate and feel at home. So this, we have 5 tribes today, could be 8 tomorrow, could be 3 the day after tomorrow. These are the these are the expertise that we carry. So we have API, inner source, design, customer interfaces, and architecture for cloud. So they picked their own animal, they picked their own color, they picked their own names, but they also picked their own roadmap. what do I want to do now that I have the mic, now that people are waiting for me, now that people understand pretty much what I do, what is my roadmap? So again, back then, they were waiting for people to come to them. Now we like pushing them, putting men in position of aiming at business. Again, 3 goals, and these are for all tribes. What we want to do is first scale up, and it's what we've been doing a whole lot. Make sure that their field of expertise is a field of knowledge for everyone in the group. And when I say everyone, I mean it's a huge group. It's huge. It's 150,000 people throughout 24 countries. We cannot target everyone. There's no need to target everyone. But we want to target people that are actually building sense to, energy software of tomorrow. So scale up, make your expertise a field of knowledge for everyone. The second one was ENGIE Digital has a great position because we can see what's happening within all the BUs throughout the world. So we're like, Australia working on chatbot, North America is working on the one, okay, why don't we do something together? So we're using our position to help them get a bigger picture and from a little project, scale up. And finally, speak up. We're trying to go outside of ENGIE Digital. We want to be visible, and we know that we're really, really far from the sexy list. We know this, but we're trying to connect to as much. So I'll tell you through this. How does it work? How do we do? What we do is that for scale up, for the first goal, we target each tribe has a set of targets. So let's say they're gonna, target that A, B, C business unit. I want these guys to understand what I do because I believe that a strategy would be better and efficient if they have me with the team. So Scale Up works with workshops. For example, the design tribe will do, they do something that I think is really cool. They will take you throughout the day and show you what service design is and how can you adapt it to your strategy and to your roadmap. Again, we don't work with ENGIE Digital people. We work with people that have no idea what design is. They're not tech people again. They're business people. They're business people that can rely from our expertise. And these are the people we target. API, we're going to have a full workshop on the API economy because we believe that this BU is missing out on something. So there's a lot of work on targeting people. And inner source, and this is the one I'm talking to you about, is we did a meetup with other companies and show how we can provide an inner source environment and how we can leverage from this tool that we call GitHub. Community management is obviously helping a whole lot. We have internal channels and so on. And what we do, and you're looking at content that we provide as well, we try to have thought leaders coming in. At first, they're like, Kinlane, for example, for the API tribe, I had no idea what ENGIE was all about. But it was really, really cool to see that a lot of people came because they knew Kinlane and they knew that they could have an interaction with him. So we try to provide the best for them. Scale up, again, saying that we have a great view of what is happening digital-wise. So our goal is to have a platform. We have this platform, it's called DigiPlace, and it targets 2 audiences, 2 persona, business people and developers, showing every digital project built up within ENGIE in the group. For example, North America is starting out a chatbot project. We don't want them to go outside of ENGIE and look for a company that would do something quick and dirty for them. They're going to go into the platform and check what has been done already. So they will look, business people will look at the use cases, a demo, what kind of clients are they targeting. Designers will have the help of the design system. They can pretty much copy-paste what has been done for the front, and developers have access to the repo on GitHub. So this is an internal platform that my team is building. It's kind of cool because you understand that people are really looking for what is happening within the group, and it just makes sense to them. They don't want to reinvent the wheel every day. They want to use what has been done already. So again, one of the goals of the Inner Source Tribe is to promote reuse. And finally, speak up. We had no communication 2 years ago about ENGIE Digital. Actually, I had my boss told me not to do any communication outside of the group. But now, the tribes actually were so excited, the tribe leaders were so excited about it that they wanted to show what they were doing. They wanted to show their progress. They wanted to show that they solved the issues, that they work in different formats. So we use LinkedIn. Tomorrow we can use something else. It doesn't matter. But again, is giving them my job and my team's job is to help them create content that will target the audiences and build a better network for them. Also, we give talks as much as possible and participate into conferences as this one today. So, now we understand the how, what is done. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. Sometimes it does, and it's a huge surprise. But there's no winning recipe, really. It's just making sure that we connect the business people and the tech people. And again, it sounds really obvious to you, but to us, ENGIE Digital, and I believe other companies, it's an old model of business first and tech will follow. What we're trying to promote here, it's a different culture, is saying we believe that value is within the tech and that our tech people shouldn't be, focusing on delivery, but actually giving insights, giving ideas, and promoting a strategy. These guys and girls are really the people we want to leverage from. So what did we win after a few months with the Inner Source Tribe? So the tooling team became the Inner Source Tribe with his own little squirrel, with his own little identity. They actually love it, and I think it's great. What does it look like? So adoption, as I told you, was really low. In a few months, we multiplied this by 3. Again, for the pushes and repo, saying that people came in our platform, they worked on what we've been building. The Corvette is finally out of the garage, and we're driving it. And it shows that actually they're on it, and there's activity. So it was still there. I mean, we still have to, get better and better and better at this. But it's great improvement to us. Then it looks like after a few months, the whole tooling suite has been, all adoption has been raised up. And what we've been doing with workshop and webinars and online sessions and one-to-one workshops, it looked like it really helped us spreading out what we were doing in terms of tooling, but also in terms of mindset. People are actually using it, understanding it. And it looks like this today. This 2 years ago did not happen. BUs, business unit throughout the world, did not share anything. They were the owner of their own products, the owner of their own code. They were doing their things on their own. And management told them, keep it that way. It's fine. Don't matter. I mean, don't worry about peer review. Don't worry about your code. It doesn't matter because it won't get out of our business unit, of our country. Now we have no choice. If we want to make smart software, we have no choice but to rely on other people's intelligence, on other people's and colleagues' projects and successes. So today it looks like this, and to our managers sometimes it scares them a whole lot because they get worried what has been shared within BUs. Are we sure we're not spreading out something that should be, that should stay with us? But now managers have no way around it. They have to follow the mindset, the culture that we've built. And also, we are teaming up with other companies, that a few of them are here. French for now, maybe international later. But 2 years ago, no one knew about us. We didn't know what was happening with other companies. We didn't know that we had the same problems as these companies. And now we're actually trying to build something, trying to build connection, a network of people facing the same problem. Yes, we use GitHub. Yes, we're not there yet in terms of mindset and culture, in terms of adoption. So we're like spreading the tips here and there, sharing our experience, and this is so valuable to us. And this is why if a company is here and has ways of doing it better, I'm really looking forward to it. And now we have also more people that are coming in. Finally, candidates. We had so many positions open that stayed open for a while. And now we have people that heard from us. They didn't heard from us through our corporate communication, through our HR communication. They heard from people they trust within the network, within the tech network, within the professional network. So we really leverage on these ambassadors, and we have more now people coming in, but we still have so much to do. This is why we have always still positions that are open. We're in Paris, in the same street as Google. I don't know if it's nice or not, but Paris is fun. If you want to join us, feel free. And I will finish off on this. What I really want you to live with is take people, take the mic, take a seat at the table. You will help business, you will help the company. Don't wait at all. Don't wait for people to come to you. What will you get from this is personal branding, better connection to the world, better network. I'm amazed every day of how many emails Jean-Hervé is getting. Why don't you talk on this conference? Why don't you help us doing this? It's amazing to see how we're building networks and how we actually getting smarter every day thanks to all new connections. To communication and marketing team, people like me, I would say invest time in your ambassadors. Take the time to understand their needs. Sit back, just take a look, understand how these people, they are gems and they really need to be put up front. There's something that I think is awful, is trying to get content for somebody when you don't understand what they're doing. And I'm talking to communication, marketing people here. If you don't understand what your guy is doing, then it's going to be fake communication. It's going to look awful. Don't do this. Spend time with them. Understand what they do. Understand what their passion is. And understand how you can help them enhance their experience. You will get more meaningful content and you will be leaner. You will do less, but you will do better. Management, and I'm talking to my boss here. I'm talking to my boss's boss. I'm talking to everybody's boss. Sponsor and let go. Don't look for the KPI. Quit it with the dashboard. Just quit it and let it go. Just let it go. Trust your people. And this is something that needs to be done now. Trust the intelligence of the people you have been hiring for so long. And, put aside the KPI. Trust them. They are intelligent. They are smart people. You should follow them. This is what you should do. This is what I've been saying to my boss every day. It works great. Not really, but it's still, happening. He's going to see that video at one point anyway. So what will you get from that manager? You will retain your talents and you will attract new talents because those guys will live in an environment where they have great tools, but they also have the culture, the mindset, the way we enhance our collaborator's life, really. So this is what they're going to get, and this is what I want you to leave with. If you want to connect with me, I will be more than happy to hear your story. It's always amazing to me to hear so many stories about how we implemented a new culture, a new mindset. But again, this is my perspective from enterprise, because at GitHub, you guys sometimes believe that we're doing awesome, that culture's there. It is not. It is not. And these people like me, like Jean-Hervé, like others, that are actually thriving to do this. So we need your help on this. And also, please don't contact me about the last episode that I did not watch yet. I would be really, really sad, and I probably will kill you. So, yeah, I'm serious. Thank you very, very much for your attention, and I hope to see you back then. Bye.